Okay, Torah concept in the New Testament. Remember what you are saved from. So here in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11 to 12, Paul calls believers to remember their formal condition: alienation, separation, hopelessness, and exclusion from God's covenant people. That remembering is not psychological nostalgia. It is covenantal identity formation, and that pattern is deeply rooted in the Torah. Now, the Torah parallels to this. One is remember that you were slaves in Egypt. Okay, the central Torah parallel. Deuteronomy chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 15, chapter 16, chapter 24 all illustrate or record this. Okay, so this is the dominant refrain of the Torah. Israel is commanded again and again to remember their formal conditions so they will understand the grace of their deliverance. 2, remember the day you stood before the Lord at Sinai in Deuteronomy chapter 4. 3, remember how the Lord led you in the wilderness in Deuteronomy chapter 8. 4, remember what Amalek did to you in Deuteronomy chapter 25. And 5, remember the covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in Exodus chapter 2, verse 24, and Leviticus 26, verse 42. God remembers his covenant when Israel cannot save themselves. And 6, remember how stiff-necked you were, okay, in Deuteronomy chapter 9. Okay, so the context here is that you remember you were slaves in Egypt, the past bondage, past alienation. Remember Sinai, okay, the covenant. Being brought near to Christ, right, is the parallel. And remember the wilderness, dependence, weakness, dead in sins, saved by grace. You remember that's what God did in the Exodus, okay? Amalek, vulnerability, rescue, hopelessness without Christ, okay? Without the Lord, we cannot have victory, right, in the Amalek. And the core insight here, and also we're to remember a rebellion in God's mercy. Okay, so the core insight here is that Torah repeatedly commands Israel to remember what they were saved from so they can understand who they are now. Okay, so Paul applies the same covenant memory pattern, taking it from the Torah to Gentile believers in Ephesians chapter 2. And this is how Paul taught Torah in the New Testament. The Torah has not passed away.